Gamescom 2025 has ended, but there were some YouTubers that got invited to Cologne to try out the new RTX 5080 GeForce Now upgrades. Now, if you're not aware of the newly announced RTX 5080 upgrades for GeForce Now, make sure to check out our overview video here. So we react to Kryzzp from zWorms Gaming, who was invited by Nvidia to check out the new upgrades. Be aware that you will notice that the frame rate comparisons look the same. StreamYard only streams at 30 FPS, so that's why they look the same. Make sure to check out the original in the description. We go through the whole video here, so check out our reactions while he gets to check out the upgrades before we do. Enjoy.
Nvidia just invited us to come here to Cologne to check out their Gamescom event. Actually, in this video, we're just going to be playing around with GeForce Now, different systems, with the Steam Deck as well, PS5 Pro versus GeForce Now, and we're going to be checking out the quality, the input lag, and stuff like that. But yeah, this was really fun of an event, in my opinion. First time here in the channel as well. I've never done something like this. They gave us some USB drives, thumb drives. That was pretty cool as well. Nvidia RTX branded, and yeah, let's check this out and see a little bit of GeForce Now next. Also, do keep in mind that we recorded all of the footage with a camera, so you're gonna see some motion blur that isn't actually inside of the games, and it wasn't present with the streaming from GeForce Now. There was still a little bit of artifacting in some of the games, but nowhere near what you will be able to see through the camera lenses.
So I'm about to play Cyberpunk 2077 for the first time on the PS5 Pro, the best console available right now. Oh, the motion blur. So this is running locally right now. That's GeForce Now. We're gonna get to it later, of course. Yeah, the quality isn't really that great. I see a lot of aliasing. I see like some of these lights, for example, over here. I don't know why that's so bright. Obviously, input latency is very low. Thank you.
I mean, you saw that one, so now you're gonna.
Yeah. I'm trying this one.
Hope it's a little smoother.
It is smoother, yeah. That one's like 60 FPS. It's 120.
Probably 30.
30.
It's in quality mode.
Oh, okay. It's actually felt smoother, probably because of motion blur, I guess. So the lighting's obviously much better than the other one.
This is everything cranked up full path tracing.
Path tracing, okay. Yeah, the latency, I can tell maybe it has a little bit more input lag than that one, just a little bit, but it's definitely super playable, and it's also very smooth.
It's also a connected Bluetooth, and that is a wire control.
Okay.
A little bit extra there.
Yep, that matters, man. I tell you, sometimes that Bluetooth can make all the difference versus wired.
Looks good, especially from far away. Like how you'd actually play the game. Yeah, how you'd actually play. Looks good. It's responsive. It's definitely playable. I like it. Can I show the settings? Okay, so we're at DLSS performance mode, frame gen 4 times, ray reconstruction, everything cranked up, even the ray trace lighting on Psycho. This could be a little bit higher. Should I?
Go ahead.
Okay. I usually turn this one off. Chromatic aberration as well.
Good man. Turn off.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're at full max settings. But yeah, it looks insane actually. And it's insane that this is all in the cloud, you know, like what the hell? It's a full high-end PC experience right here with a little bit of latency, but in terms of like artifacting and everything, it's really good. I can't see anything actually in terms of artifacting. So
I keep telling everyone, when you use GeForce Now on the best, the highest, ultimate, man, 4K, yeah, I ain't lying.
I'm trying to move a little bit quicker here. That's great. All right. Yeah, that's a massive difference. No problem. That is a massive difference.
Be real.
What the hell?
To be real though, like it was gonna crush a PS Pro no matter what.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I was just thinking about this not too long ago. I'm like, they're making this comparison to, PS5 or even Xbox Series X, and it's like I was just thinking, these consoles are 3 generations behind.
A graphics card you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, what do people
Consoles
expect?
always are.
The CPU always goes along with the same generation.
CD Projekt Red with their games tends to carry their games forward past the release. Like they will make sure their games continue to look amazing beyond the release of their game. Cyberpunk's not exactly the newest game that came out.
Yeah.
I'd say it's the correct choice of a game company to pick a game from to exhibit how intense your graphics are versus a console.
Yeah. I'm curious what Witcher 4 is going to be pumping out.
Yeah, I'm interested in Witcher 4. Absolutely.
So here we have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I'll be testing this one.
Keyboard this time around. 5K resolution. Yeah, okay. So it's GeForce Now. It's running on.
Look at that ping. I swear they're right next to a data center.
But he went to them.
I know.
He's not doing this in his living room.
I know.
A MacBook. It's not a MacBook. It's a Mac Mini. Feels really smooth.
Thinking about getting a Mac Mini.
120 FPS.
Just to test
120 hertz.
Follow your dreams.
I can definitely tell the input lag once again. But it's nothing that I haven't seen before in terms of input lag. Like with frame generation usually. For single player titles like this one, it will work just fine from what I'm seeing here. I'm curious to see the competitive shooters though over there. We'll get there. But I think that's where the input lag is going to be the biggest problem, of course. A really, really big problem. But this one is playable.
This guy's very sensitive to input
I'll go over
lag.
the settings.
Sure. I mean, I just like.
So here we go, that 5K resolution,
Making
really
stuff up.
high res. Oh,
That's
it's
fine.
a MacBook, so I need to scroll backwards. I was wondering why was that wasn't working, Okay, here we go. So you got sharpening going on, depth of field, maximum settings here, full ray tracing, everything turned on. Balance, DLSS, 4x frame generation, ray reconstruction as well. It's running on a 5080 GPU. Look at those reflections over there. Woo.
Showing off all the settings. Man after your own heart.
All right. Yeah, that looks insane. Let's see the artifacting a little bit, if I can make it artifact. Because, again, we're not only utilizing frame generation this time around, but we're also using GeForce Now. So this is all running in the cloud. And I'm playing Indiana Jones at 150, 160 FPS, 4x frame gen. Usually with these FPS, I wouldn't like 4x frame gen, honestly. And I would be starting to notice a lot of imperfections. And over here, for example, I can definitely notice some artifacting over there.
I mean, he might just be seeing DLSS because DLSS naturally gives artifacting.
Yeah, but if they're compounding all that stuff together, it's
true.
It's multiplicative.
We'll have to test it. I mean, was it CQS? Let's see if it, and we're running DLSS 4. So, when we had problems with DLSS with an artifacting and all that kind of good stuff, that was DLSS 1 and 2.
Right.
And FSR 1 and 2. They've come a long way. Now, FSR is still terrible, okay? But DLSS performs a lot better. DLSS 4 definitely performs a lot better.
Well, you remember my complaints when you had me start testing all the different types of FSR and DLSS. I was like, man, I was not sold. I was not feeling it.
I know.
It's getting better if this is the way that they think they need to go, but
yeah.
This might be an aside, but is 5K just ultra widescreen 4K?
That's what he's running right now.
2120, 2160.
Yeah, he's at 21 by 9, and that's 5K.
That's 5K.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was like going to be taller. I guess
a little bit more. I think it does go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
not
like
super
2K is
sure.
2K is
Exactly.
25, 60.
Because I mean, the 16:9 is normal. He's ultra
Yeah.
wide at a 21:9.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can. I'm thinking it can do both.
I wasn't on board for those 3D TVs back in the day. I'm glad that fad went.
And I was about to say, what happened to that? They're gone.
I'm glad because I saw that and kept walking. I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I guess this one is available now, so we shall try it out. So that's
Oh,
running on a
okay, here we
Minisforum PC over there. These demos are all running on
Mini
pretty
PC.
underpowered systems. I can
Look,
definitely.
I keep saying people doubt our mini PC. You know, that's the way to go, man. I'm
If you're
telling
gonna
you.
hook
if
into
you
the
wanna do
internet, why
streaming
not?
Only mini PCs. Our mini PC that I recommend on all of our videos.
Was it-
of course now, or anything else really for 4K. I got
Was
a
that
minimal
the new
price,
Raspberry Pi for you?
not Raspberry Pi.
No, I said it's the new one. You know, I can do everything on this Pi.
Your graphics card on this mini PC has to be just good enough.
Just good enough.
Just good enough.
Correct.
If it says it can do like 4K, that's
Needs the
usually,
decoder.
usually good. It's run the ultimate tier or Boosteroid or whatever.
Needs the decoder.
Yes, it's all about decoding those frames efficiently.
Really tell now that we're moving at a really high speed,
Yeah.
especially through vegetation, that it falls apart a little bit. But of course, like that's expected from GeForce Now. But the fact that we can still play the game is pretty good. Latency is really low, it seems like. I mean, you're not really going
The
to pay
same.
attention to those little imperfections in the picture, you know. And the overall experience with GeForce Now.
I love that he's showing us his hands with the hands on the screen.
I know. Now, I want to give like the test to like a local how similar it would be, because I don't think it's going to be that much different, to be honest with you. I know people might say, "Oh, it's not matching up." I don't think it's going to match up too much, anyways. Even if it was local.
It's close enough. I'm just
close
glad he's showing it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would have been looking at myself if I was sitting in his seat.
Oh, same.
I appreciate the man's camera work or whoever's doing his camera work.
Yeah, same.
can feel the feedback as well. Oh,
got
can we
the
destroy
haptics.
things? Yes, thank God, thank God. It's working. Let's go over here to this side.
Yeah, it's close enough,
Alright.
you know?
Yeah, especially at this really high speed, I'm not really seeing the image falling apart this time around. It's only if you're going slow and paying attention to those little details in vegetation that you're gonna notice anything wrong with the picture. Right now, this is really good. Looks a little bit softer than native resolution on a native PC, I think, but overall, not bad at all of an experience. I feel like we need to move on to the next one. Let's see. Let's play until we crash. It shouldn't be long. I'm really fast right now. No more gears. This is close to the max speed of this. Oh boy, wait. Okay, so, oh no, we haven't crashed. All right, I'm fine. So I guess now I'm a boat. This is weird. Oh wait, I can't crash even if I want to. I just destroy things. All right, there we go. But it keeps on going. Excuse me. Thank you. So here we go. So competitive gaming with GeForce Now. It's running a 5080, of course, as the other demos are. Most of them. I mean, we just played with the PlayStation, so it's not 5080 at all. But yeah, we're getting like 360 FPS in game. The stream is also at 360 FPS, so it's really damn smooth right now. And it is responsive. I wouldn't say it's as responsive as a native resolution, of course. Let's see the settings. So we're at 1080p 360 Hertz. Graphics quality, it's high settings, medium settings, with some things on the high, whatever. DLSS is turned on as well. I mean, sure, I could play like this. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's going to be a super competitive experience, but You
See, I'm
can
with
play
him.
competitively with this.
I would rather turn
Where are
down
you
the
both?
DLSS and have the native for these games myself too. I'm just there.
And here is the latency between the shots. 18, 20 milliseconds, 15 milliseconds, 60. Did you see the average there? 69 for a second. Yeah, the average so far has been 21. So 21 milliseconds is really low, of course, especially for network gaming. I mean, I think I've called worse systems a competitive experience, like 1060, 1080 GTX, you know, they're all worse than this, even in terms of latency, I think. So very impressive what they've done here. Let's see this one now. This Apex Legends
Oh, our
on an
favorite.
OLED 1440p monitor.
Your favorite.
Oh yes, this is
No.
looking great.
It's not.
It also feels pretty responsive. The network will also be
I don't think we've ever come
factor
close to
to the
winning.
input lag, of course.
Huh?
So I don't think we've even ever come close to winning the game.
Winning?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That was
Yeah,
a
we-
great game.
I don't think we've come close ever.
not even close.
I was a jerk. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. You go ahead. You're like, come on.
That was Apex.
It's a 3-player game. Let's do it. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man.
Of course. So if your internet is very slow, you won't get these results, I guess. This is very responsive still. I'm surprised. I think it might be even more responsive than Overwatch, even though the FPS are lower. I don't know. Maybe it's just Apex Legends. Maybe it's just me being weird, but this is feeling fantastic right now. And the DLSS is not available in this game, or frame generation, you know. So we're at 1440p.
It's also a
native
different
with the
monitor,
competitive.
ratio. It might feel better for him than a lot of the other stuff he's been just on.
Well, he's
Wonder-
at 16 by 9, right?
Yeah, and Overwatch was too. But I mean, he's coming off those ultra wides, which they feel different when you're playing them. You know, just when
Yeah.
you're moving around. I feel like.
Yeah.
Settings here, apparently. They chose competitive settings. Now, keep in mind, this is not my sensitivity. This is not my mouse, so I'm going to suck at it.
Yeah.
And I did suck at it. Okay,
That's right.
let's check out this one.
You only beat me in
This
Halo
is
because I
the
didn't have my
Lenovo
controller, bro.
Legion Go 2 something, I think. Go S. Yeah. With GeForce Now. And we're playing Borderlands 4 for the first time. This game is unreleased. Oh, I see the artifacting there. Look at that over there.
You zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
Okay, of course there will be a little bit of artifacting, I think. Latency here is probably the worst so far. So yeah, there's quite a bit of latency there, which I'm not a fan of for a first-person game. I mean, it's still playable. It's way more playable, I guess. I'm not sure how the game runs on lower-end systems, but if you were trying to run the game directly on the Legion Go S, it would probably suck a little bit more than this does. Could be the controller as well. I don't know. But it's a factor of everything. We're running through the network and also with the Bluetooth controller. We're on badass settings. Oh, first time looking at the settings in Borderlands 4. So DLSS balance. We got 4 times frame generation here. I wonder if we turn that off, it would be a little bit better of an experience. But as you can see, the settings, the important settings are all turned on, maxed out. But I want to try to
Did he turn motion blur off? It looked like it.
over here. Let's see if it gets a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more responsive, maybe a tiny bit. Getting 100 plus FPS there. 2 times FG, which makes the baseline FPS like 50 to 60. So that's why it doesn't really feel as good as the other games.
It's more demanding.
Yeah, it seems to be a very demanding game right now.
Nvidia rep was like, well, that's because it's more demanding.
They're not wrong.
That's not wrong.
But even just the concept of frame generation is always going to mess with you when you're doing controls if you're increasing the frame generation. Like there's no way to make it not. If you're generating 3 frames between every real frame, that's always gonna be a little bit more of a weirdness when you're moving your screen
Yeah,
around.
because I mean, it does make sense because if you're trying to
turn it
stop
down to
all
times 2.
if you're trying to stop, let's say, or you move to the left and you're trying to stop before the frame generation picks up the fact that you have stopped,
Mhm.
then you might have some frames that might drift you off.
Like it's like a really tight version, like a real finite version of like when we used to play those old FPSs on console, and when you would bring your gun, you'd always pass the target, then you'd come back.
Yeah,
And because the way the frame generation does, even if you actually stop here, the frame generation for a couple frames is gonna
before
before it corrects itself. And it's always gonna feel a little weird unless it's got great predictability.
Yep.
So, I mean, and how is it gonna predict you?
Right.
So,
Right.
but
But those frames are going to be so fast, so
It's true.
you're not going to see too much difference.
It just-
or feel too much
but-
difference.
like a ×4 frame generation at 360 is gonna feel a lot better than your ×4 when this game was only hitting 90.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I feel that's what he's talking about, but it's hard to say unless I look at it
Yeah, if you
myself.
naturally have less frames, you'll feel it a lot more once you put the 4X on.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. This kind of proves that we cannot do frame generation any higher than it kind of already is, because if you let's say if you put 10, that's a lot of drifting. If you think about it.
Yeah, and since we're sensitive to motion too, so like if it's just 1 frame and it goes back, I feel like if it's 3 frames, even if they're quicker, we're gonna notice it.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just surmising based on this. I gotta get my hands on it myself.
Same.
What about the artifacts?
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not also.
Now, I do want to see if this is actually the game or if it's GeForce Now.
Not a finished product, of course. The game is not out yet, so.
Because
keep that
he
in
probably
mind.
has like
If you
DLSS
forget
on.
about the frame generation,
If I
and all
remember
of the
correctly.
input lags and so on of the GeForce Now, I think this could still be a pretty enjoyable experience. I am really sensitive to input lag though, so I would probably lower down the settings to try and achieve a better baseline frame rate with GeForce Now. But I see like the average person could play this game and enjoy it maxed out here with GeForce Now. Also probably disable frame generation.
Yeah, look. Yeah,
Sounds like a wine taster. It's not my style, but the average person would think this wine is excellent. I feel
he's on balance right here. So I mean, with DLSS on top of frame generation, you might have some artifacts. I'm just
Feel it.
curious to know if that's just part of frame generation. I mean, just part of the technology and not just GeForce Now, because I know a lot of people blame a lot of this stuff on GeForce Now, and that's just kind of part of the whole thing.
Sometimes it's the game, and we've experienced that too when we were testing different games, and we're just like,
Yeah.
know if I can. Okay, now it's disabled. Now we're seeing the native FPS of the 5080 here, maxed out settings in Borderlands 4, in 60s. In terms of input lag, it's still laggy, of course, because it's through the cloud. But the frame gen also introduces quite a lot of input lag to the picture. And over here, in terms of artifacting, it still does it a little bit. It's probably just streaming artifacts or something like that. Definitely not as prevalent and noticeable
Yeah, that had to be the frame generation then.
as with frame generation. We got Digimon here playing this one, Borderlands 4, where I noticed the biggest amount of input lag And how's that?
I think a normal person just playing the game. I don't know how about shooting, but
Try to aim at something. Try to aim at that little thing over there. Well, it disappeared. Try to aim at something else, like that bright door-looking thingy over there. Yeah.
Okay, it's difficult.
Yeah, but it could also be because it's a controller, right?
Yeah, I'm horrible with controllers,
Me
even
too.
worse than Kryzzp. So,
Yeah, it could be the controller. I don't know.
but it's noticeable. That one on the Steam Deck, it's not as noticeable, I think.
Okay, here we go. So this is the Elder Scrolls. Wow, this feels amazing. There is almost zero input lag. I can't notice anything wrong with it. What the hell? Like, look at the difference. Let me go to a brighter spot here. Look at that difference.
Loving the 90.
That is so good. What the heck? Baby.
Yeah, Steam Deck was capped at 60, correct?
Right. The OLED, it was capped at 60, but the OLED's had a 90 hertz monitor. So now it is 90, and I think he's liking the lack of wireless is what I'm feeling there. I wonder if the input is more their interface than the actual. He's loving that.
Yeah.
No Bluetooth there.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Like the Apex Legends
He's using
one
wireless
and the
controllers,
Overwatch
right?
2
Yeah,
one
yeah. He's
were
using
really
wireless.
good as well. But this
On the
one,
TVs,
for some reason,
yeah.
feels even better than all of those. Maybe because it's not running frame gen? I don't know. Okay. These are high settings with low software ray tracing, so it's not maxed out settings. DLSS quality. Frame gen is actually on. And this
So
is
it has
up
to be
to
something
90
else.
FPS. So if we turn it off, it should be even better. I can't tell the difference, honestly, but what the heck?
It had to be
This is so
wireless.
good. This is really responsive. In terms of the artifacting, I can't see anything wrong with it either. Like, you can see the sword right there. In this game, there's usually a lot of blurriness around the sword, you know? But it's only like outside. This is a very closed space. And this wouldn't be possible at all on the Steam Deck itself. With the hardware of the Steam Deck, I've tested this game extensively and it sucks. Even on stuff like RTX 2060 or 3050, this game doesn't run very well. But here we are on the Steam Deck, and this with GeForce Now will get you even better battery life, for example, out of this thing. This is the best one so far. Wow. So let's see Black Myth Wukong, because that one actually has a ton of improvements, visually speaking, compared to the last version of GeForce Now. We're going to compare the GeForce Now with the 4080 to the 5080, the new GeForce Now. Let's go. Okay, so just for a little visual
Yeah,
difference,
this is where I'm
come
gonna be
over
testing.
here without touching anything. I'm not going to see like input lags and everything yet. Come on. 5 minutes.
Oh, Steph, no, Steph, we're at 5 now.
Out of 10?
5 now, sorry.
We were out of time here, so we couldn't really check the quality in different areas and so on, but you can see over here, there isn't much detail there on the darker part of it. You can see the vegetation, but here on the 5080 system, it was amazing.
Yep.
You could actually tell.
That's gotta be that
big,
CQS.
big
That's
difference.
gotta be
Even
the-
in motion, I tried it for a few
CQS,
seconds
man.
afterwards. You could tell a massive difference in quality. So the 4080 is on the left, 5080 is on the right.
Yeah,
the new
it's not
GeForce
even
Now,
the card.
of course,
It's
compared
the
to
codec.
the older GeForce Now. And not only you get a little bit of a boost in performance and that 4 times multi-frame generation, but you also get that improvement in quality, which is pretty impressive.
So that's it. Let us know your thoughts on the first look of the 5080 upgrades in the comments below. And if you like this reaction, give us a like. And make sure to subscribe at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.